tube amps. Are you looking for a bit of richness in your sound? You're looking for some of those second order harmonics, that sweetness, but you're on a budget? Well, today might be your lucky day because in this video I'm looking at the FX Audio Tube O2 Pro. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. So I've got the Tube 2 Pro here, and let me start off telling you at the price. This little guy just comes in at $80, so we are looking in that super budget section there. In fact, you know what? I actually seen this guy on Amazon for as little as $66. For that, spoiler alert, crazy value. But let's have a look at it. So pretty nice little chassis design, fairly basic. Here you've got on the top a pair of Jan 5725W tubes, but it's also compatible, this unit, with 6J1 and 6J2 tubes. There are also, I've seen online people saying it's compatible with other tubes as well, but since I haven't tried them, I'm just going to leave that up to you. If you are into tube rolling, you can look into that yourself. So, fairly basic little unit. It feels nice, you know. On the front, it's a little bit garish, unfortunately. I don't really see the need for the big branding. Well, even the big brand itself might be okay, but Tube O2 Pro high quality headphone power amplifier. I think if you bought that, you already know what it is. So we don't need that extra text there. But apart from that, this is one here is a multi-function button. A long press turns the unit on or off, and a short press cycles between the two auxiliary inputs. This is a low and high gain button. The high gain only gives you an extra 2.5 decibels of sound. So yeah, I don't know don't hardly see the point of even having it, but it's there, so some people will appreciate it, I'm sure. Then we've got 3.5mm single-ended headphone out and a 6.35 single-ended headphone out. So no balanced headphones, no balanced output. Got a nice smooth volume knob here. It's an analog knob, so at very low volumes, especially if you're using sensitive IEMs, there is a little bit of channel imbalance. When you're down low, you'll have to turn it up just a few degrees like that to get past that. Now let's have a look at the back of the unit, and there are our two auxiliary ins and your auxiliary out. So you can use this as a headphone amplifier, or you can use it as a preamp. Right, so the build is nice, the price is good. How does it sound? Well, I tested this one with the excellent SMSL DO300 DAC that I'm currently testing, and I fed it, of course, a series of high-res FLAC files. And with sensitive IEMs, I do notice a little bit of a hum. There is a little bit of background noise. It's not really enough to be distracting, especially if there's music playing. I don't hear it, but that's something to keep in mind. If you want something primarily for IEMs and you have sensitive ones like Andromeda or something like that, this probably isn't the best match, the best pairing for you. However, if you're using headphones, full-sized headphones, or active speakers and whatnot, yeah, this is great for those. So the Tube 2 Pro has a clean and surprisingly vigorous sound signature. It doesn't have a sort of the grace or smoothness of my Felix Audio Elise, and I wouldn't expect it to. I mean, the Elise is like 15 times the price of this one, but it does sound more composed and articulate than I was expecting, you know, considering the price, just $80 or $65 if you get it on sale. So it does have a bit of warmth and richness to it, but it's a vigorous and energetic sounding device as well. It's quite clean. I was really impressed with the sub-bass extension. It performs almost as well as, you know, a solid state amp. There's a tiny little bit of roll-off in the lowest of the lows, but you'll need some really good headphones or IEMs to even be able to notice. But the bass extension is fantastic. The mid bass sounds full and weighty, really good, especially I enjoyed that with jazz and string instruments. So the depth is there, but how does it perform in the mid range? Well, the mids have a nice clean tonality with just a smidgen of added richness. However, the sound is transparent, detailed and dynamic, and like most tube amps, yes, it does produce nice forward vocals and forward mids. And then for the treble, well, the treble extension is excellent. There's really no roll off in the treble whatsoever. There's no perceived signal loss in the highs. They sound airy and yet slightly softened. So they are slightly softer than your solid state amplification, but they're not dark. They're not mushy. They're nice and crisp. They're airy, but just a little bit soft. The treble is what I would call sweet. It's very extended and there's no trace of grain or harshness. So what do I think overall? The Tube O2 Pro. Well, you know what? I think this is a wonderful device. Like I said, it might not be the best match for sensitive IEMs, but apart from that, you can't really complain too much for something that's 65 to 80 bucks. I mean, check it out. That's some good value right there. So I will give it a tentative recommendation depending on what you're going to use it for, and going to wrap it up there, guys. So thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later.